Holy fuck! Sorry for the theatrics, but I had to get your attention because this shit is fucking crazy. So, I was watching this or listening to this podcast while I was at work. If you thought that Twitter and Facebook and all of these big tech companies had an influence on politics and humanity, you have not heard shit, and this shit is fucking scary. Nobody takes into consideration Google or YouTube. Now, this is gonna be a little bit of a longer form video because there's a lot of stuff, There's a lot of stuff that to ingest right here. Okay. First things first, have you heard of anything ever called ephemeral video or ephemeral content? Pay attention, Google this. All this stuff you can Google is all verifiable stuff. Check this out. So when you're scrolling through Facebook and these just weird random ads and weird random posts that don't have anything to do with your algorithm, and you know, you ever just sat there and be like, why is this on my feed? I have no interest in this. Those are ephemeral advertisements. Now, you're on YouTube and you're watching a video, and at the end of the video, two little things pop up right here. And they're just like other videos, like suggested videos. Those are ephemeral videos. Ephemeral content is not tracked or there's like hardly any data on it. There's this guy I was listening to talk who has millions and millions and millions of files worth of data on this stuff. And he's like going to the Supreme Court for it and everything. But check this out. So ephemeral content is not tracked. That means that during election time, per se, we'll just use that as an example, Google has a switch that will turn on their biased opinion, whether it's for a candidate or against a candidate, and those ephemeral contents will flood with this biased stuff, which is not tracked. So it could be pro this guy, hey, look how good this dude is, or it could be this guy sucks, look how all these crappy decisions he makes, and they can push it on people. We're gonna go a step further. If you're already here, please hit the like button because we're going a little bit deeper. So check this out on Google and on YouTube and Facebook, because big tech are all a part of the same elite class. And that's why Mark Zuckerberg created Threads, because one of the elite class was kicked out of their kingdom, and Elon Musk, who is against these ideas, took over. And so he tried to emulate that to draw the population of people who go to Twitter from Twitter to Threads, because now someone in this big tech elite group is not one of them. Okay, on election day, people who have Google phones or Google applications on their phones, a lot of times, periodically, just randomly, never knowing when it is, they're collecting data. And we all know the data gets leaked. So basically, I don't need to go into details about how Google gets this information. I'm sure you could Google your own stuff and figure it out, or Bing it, or go Frog, or whatever it is. DuckDuckGo, sorry. Now, on election day, Google and YouTube and other companies that are aligned with this treaty of big tech company elites, they will, depending on what their bias is, on election day will pump the party that they support with reminders to go vote. And then people who are in the political party that's not the people controlling these big tech companies, and he is biased against them, instead of reminders to go vote, they will get a ton of ephemeral content about free food or the newest and upcoming movie, tons and tons of free things to distract them from voting. It's wild. We didn't know about this in any of the other elections. This is now all new information. So check this out as well. You're gonna trip on this. Have you ever heard of Elsa Gate? I bet you haven't. Do you have kids? Do you know any children? You probably should share this video. Elsa Gate. Yeah, Elsa from Frozen. This is even wild, and it's happening on YouTube as well. Okay, so now we live in a culture where having a screen in front of your face at any age is almost acceptable. Parents who now have to work so much to barely make by want to be able to do their own thing and do their own self-care and have their own time on top of raising children, and which has become more convenient because now there's this thing called electric babysitters, where you don't want your kid to bother you. You just put on YouTube or a video game or a movie or some sort of screen related content, put it in their face, and they'll get out of your hair for just a few minutes so you can catch a breather or relax or do whatever it is you need to do. Now, there has been this thing that happened. It's been shut down, I think, now, but it still happens everywhere. This specific Elsa Gate thing is Elsa, Iron Man, and Spider-Man were, through children, the most searched things over a long period of time. So whoever did it, I have no idea who actually did it. But what they did is they started making videos with poorly drawn replicas of these characters. So the children would visually be stimulated to watch this. These videos would say something about they're gonna sing a nursery rhyme, and then about 7 minutes into the video of a 20-minute nursery rhyme video, it would go silent. There would be no verbal dialogue, but there would just be music playing and then a whole bunch of animation about some severely inappropriate things. From things that children shouldn't see as far as bodies. They shouldn't see content about the possible things that could happen to someone to make that person not be here anymore. Very, very inappropriate things talking about color of skin and pushing bias programming on which one is better and which one is not. There is a famous dictator that lived in a country in Europe during a world war that wanted and had hatred towards a specific group of people and did what he could do through means of global politics to eradicate that group. He's one of the most notorious villains in politics of all time. Anyways, just stuff like that. Very, very inappropriate stuff. And it happens all the time because what happens is these videos have been pumped into these algorithms for the kids' YouTube and YouTube Kids and just like young aged algorithms where they're triggered not to put in to play or be recommended with a thumbnail that seems very open and accepting for children, any character they could ever think of. These poorly drawn replicas of these characters, and the beginning of the video starts with what the title of the video says, and then into the video it starts pumping severely inappropriate content. Whether that is the opposite of love, whether that is all the most inappropriate things you could think of that aren't for kids is being depicted in a cartoon manner with happy-go-lucky preschool music. And that type of programming doesn't start until about halfway through a very long nursery rhyme video or a very long ABCs video. We need to start looking at big tech. Okay? They have absolute control of us. Did you know one of the founders of Google, their wife actually helped start 23andMe, which is a company that has a huge database of everybody's DNA that ever wanted to know their ancestry? And that when you accept on Facebook, when you open a new profile to upload your contacts to your friends, you're giving all the information to them about everyone you're associated with. Your brother has your mom's number. You have your mom's number. Now they know that your mom has you two as sons. They connected her phone number with everyone in their database. It's scary. Share this video.